For any of you that have been on the fence on whether or not to start taking courses, investing in yourself, or getting a personal coach, we're going to talk all about that today. For those of you that are new to the channel, again, my name is Jacqueline, and stay tuned in because today we have a guest, my sister,
Hi.
Marlene Jennings. She's been on a former video with me before, but I really wanted to bring her on just to kind of share another perspective on how investing in yourself has really changed her life and mine. And I'd really encourage you to really start thinking about what it is that you can start to learn more about and the added value that investing in yourself can really help in your transformation. So, first question I have for you is what really prompted you to want to start putting in the time, energy, and effort to invest in yourself?
That's a great question. I would say it all started when I got introduced to reading transformational books, thanks to my sister. I spent a lot of time at Barnes & Noble, and these books just transform my mind on the possibilities that exist. I remember one book that I read after undergrad when I moved to New York City and was trying to figure out my next steps after I got my degree, and it was called Dream Chasers by Tony Gaskins. And he talked about if you want to live your life supporting somebody else's dream by working a 9-to-5, or if you want to support your own dream and go out and do whatever it is that aligns to you more. And then I started reading more after that on purpose. I read a book called The Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren, and I just recognized at that point that I have gifts and talents and a greater purpose that aligns to how I want to serve and how I want to show up, and that is something that's possible for me to do. So yeah, those books really inspired my train of thought and made me want to do something beyond the typical 9-to-5 working for somebody else.
And just to kind of piggyback off that from my experience, why I really truly wanted to start investing in myself. And I think starting with self-help books on mindset and growth can get you really far. And that's how it all starts. Listening to podcasts, reading more content, and just listening in on what other thought leaders or people you aspire to be like are doing. But I would say to truly invest in yourself with putting in an investment almost. And I think that's where a lot of people get a little bit scared with taking that leap. For me, it was having that bigger transformation that I knew that I couldn't do on my own. Having that support system, someone to hold me accountable and really help me break through barriers. And I don't think you're going to be able to break through those barriers without being brave and having some courage and giving yourself that credibility to essentially go after it and push yourself to go over those limits that you really wouldn't otherwise.
Yeah, it's definitely great to surround yourself with a community of like-minded thinkers, or also like read books, follow different people on social media that inspire you, because you'll notice there's you might find yourself thinking in a way that's like, oh my gosh, there's so much I can do, but you feel like the people around you don't think in that same way. And I feel like for a while that kind of hindered me. I knew I wanted to do something on my own, but the people around me weren't, and it was kind of like a new crazy thing. But all these books that I was reading was like, oh my gosh, these people are betting on themselves. And I was like, I want to do that. So just make sure that you're feeding your mind and placing yourself around people that you can learn to. Maybe find a mentor, feel free to email, reach out to people, get a coach. You need people around you that are going to support what you're doing. I think that's a huge thing. You need to protect your energy and make sure that you are feeding the good in you and making sure that whatever you're feeding yourself with is going to help get you to that next level, because it's so easy for fear and doubt to hold you back 100%. So,
and even if these people aren't even physically near you, when you surround yourself with other like-minded people, join communities, go online, put yourself out there, and really try to start to connect with other people that are already in a space that you want to become more aligned with.
Right.
So the next question I did want to ask you is, how has investing in yourself really helped you, and what are the overall benefits that you've gained and some of the transformations that you've already begun to see in your personal goals?
Investing in myself has really helped me just figure things out. Once I recognized that I wanted to start writing, I wanted to do more with mindset, I wanted to start coaching people, I didn't know how to do that, and these programs really helped me figure out how to develop products. But more importantly, investing in different programs has helped me with my mindset. I think in order for you to get from where you are now to where you want to go and to do it 110% and to give it give it your all and to feel confident about it, you have to make sure that your mind is in a great place. Your thoughts really can influence your conditions, and I'm huge on mindset, and I would say that's one of the biggest takeaways from these is just pushing out fear and developing healthy habits, and how to think, and just continuing to feed my mind.
And I completely agree with you there. I'd like to also add in that it really helps you shorten the amount of time that it would take you otherwise by, going and trying new things. Getting messy is extremely important, but I think a lot of the times we cut ourselves short because we want to take the cheap or free way and not put in the time to go through the process the right way the first time and learn from all these people that have gone through the motions. They've leaped over the mountains. They've made the mistakes. And so through their programs, they're helping you get to your end goal a lot shorter. So you're being more efficient with your time. And what I hear from a lot of clients that I've been working with is how they end up feeling really stuck because there is so much information out there, which we are blessed to have, but at the same time that can be extremely overwhelming. So it's like, okay, where is it that I begin? Do I need to start really figuring out how to be on all these different social media platforms at the same time, and then at the same time grow my email list, and at the same time build something out, and at the same time try to get clients? It's like, whoa, no, like back up. You go through a program, you invest in the right program, they give you a roadmap and the reason behind why you go through these motions. If you've ever seen The Karate Kid, he ends up doing all these different things and kind of questioning why he has to go through all these hoops in order to get to his end goal. But the reason is that it makes him stronger and better prepared in the end for whatever comes his way. And so I think a lot of the times you get so much more than just the price tag and the dollar amount of what you're paying up front for whatever course or program or coaching you're getting from whoever you're investing in.
Yeah, I agree. And one thing I want to say with the time thing that she mentioned and how it cuts down on time is that history does repeat itself and it leaves clues. And the great thing about being educated from someone who has a course online or something is that they have most likely already done a bunch of like, trying this, trying that, and they've shortened it for you. It's like straight to the point. Whereas if you're trying to figure it out on your own, you're going back and forth, up and down. And also when it comes to comparing that to a university and that type of education system is that, first of all, the system is changing. It's like a lot of that knowledge and how it's applied today with marketing and things is like outdated. But also you're learning from somebody who might not have necessarily even had that experience. Like you might have a business professor who's never even had business. So wouldn't you want to learn from somebody who's actually had a business, is killing it, and is excelling, and is giving you the exact knowledge that you need to excel instead of giving you an outdated blueprint? So yeah, definitely cuts down on time, and just make sure that you're being educated from a credible source, of course.
Okay, so last question I have for you is, what attracted you to the program that you decided to join and the people or individuals that you decided, yes, I do want to invest in them because I know that I can learn a lot from them? What was some of those decision factors that really came into play for you?
Okay, so with the programs that I've invested in and with the wonderful individuals that I've met who have become mentors in my life, with the programs, I found that I was attracted to people who had a similar story to me. Both of them had books. Both of them were like present on YouTube and different social media platforms. And I had been following them for a while and just keeping up with their stories. Most of them, all of them, started from low-income households, and that really just resonated with me. And they've been able to break barriers and figure things out completely on their own. And so that to me was really inspirational. They're very resourceful. It's not always about how many resources you have also, it's about how resourceful you can be. And so I wanted to learn their ways and see how they develop their mindset. And I just think it's incredible to learn from people who have gone through extreme challenges. I also have met a couple people who have become mentors in my life, and somehow, it's interesting how it worked out, but they also came from low-income households without a lot of money, and they shared their stories with me and have motivated me and checked in on me. And I would just say the stories of people's past, because you want to find people that you can relate to.
I think connection is so important.
Right. It's different. If I had a mentor who was born with a silver spoon in their mouth, no offense to anyone like that. That just wouldn't be the route for me because that's not as relatable. So,
and every coach or every program isn't going to be right for everybody. So I would say really trying to go and find what resonates with you the best. Where is there a connection? You know, are they listening to whatever the needs are that you need in your journey of getting to that bigger transformation is huge. And for me, I think the connection piece, having empathy is a big part of what was my decision factor in going with the program that I invested in. And it's been beyond what I would have imagined, and I'm super grateful to be part of it. And was there anything else that you really wanted to share with regards to investing in yourself and furthering your education?
I would say that regardless of what it is, maybe you want to be educated. Well, you should always be educating yourself, and you should always be investing in yourself each and every day, regardless of if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to be going to a university, or if you're still trying to figure it out. Continuously invest in yourself because it is one of the most wonderful things you can do for yourself, those around you, and you'll be surprised to see how picking up a book, if you never read, will start to influence your train of thought and make you think differently. And, you know, when we're not introduced to different things, we don't know what's out there. So by investing in yourself, you're being introduced to new things, and great things come from it. So that's what I want to say. Regardless, invest in yourself. Even if it's not a program, go to the library and go rent a book. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you. And I think in addition to that, just with the way things are going, and it can be a really hard time for people out there, and I get that. I've been there. I pretty much was nearly homeless at one point, and that was a really, really scary feeling because I could go on, but I digress. I don't really want to go down that road today.
There'll be another video on that.
Yeah. Go ahead and leave a comment down below if that would be something you'd be interested in hearing. But my point being is I think it's so important to be able to really think about what it is that you want to do in this day and age. And life is really too short. We're not promised tomorrow. And as we can see with all of the difficult situations that are happening right now, how is it that we can get really closer in alignment to essentially how we want to show up in the world, and who are those people that we want to serve? And believe it or not, people do want to hear from you. Right. You have your own unique qualities and gifts, and people do want to learn from you. And people are going to resonate with your story. So don't ever think that you're not enough, or you're not knowledgeable enough in one area, or you don't look the right way, you don't fit the right box of whatever it is. Those are all things in your mind. And again, I've talked about that in other videos, but just wanted to really throw that out there. I don't think that there's any better time than now to really start to get clear on where it is that you want to go in the next year, 2 years, 5 years, and really start taking action steps to get there. And because we're not promised tomorrow, if you can invest in yourself and put in the work and the time to really make your dreams become a reality, you will start to see the fruits of your labor. But you need to start planting those seeds. And so the purpose of today's video was to just really share almost a testimonial of the impact of investing in ourselves and what it's really done in changing our reality. And I think because of the work that we've been putting in year after year, you know, every day, every morning, every weekend, we are not seeing such dramatic effects in terms of our financial situation. And I'm beyond grateful for that, because if you would have asked me that question a few years ago, I wouldn't have been able to say what I'm talking about right now. But with everything that's going on, I just thought this would be the perfect time to have this conversation. And if anyone's on the fence about investing in themselves, you've heard two other perspectives there, but of course you want to make sure that whatever program it is that you're going for, whoever you're wanting to get mentored by, is really going to be a good fit for you. And really making sure that you connect one-on-one, and they're really going to be able to help you in what it is that you need to get to that next level. So I'd love to hear a comment down below if you have been investing in yourself, and maybe what tools or what programs you've been using. And if you do have any questions, we're more than happy to answer them. We're here for you. Again, I hope you're staying safe. We hope that you're staying safe. And if there's anything that we can do to help, let us know in the comments down below. I do want to add one last point for anybody that is thinking about getting started on their dream business or project and making that into a full-time income for themselves, I do have a blueprint starter guide with 4 simple steps to help you get started. I'll leave a link down below and you can go ahead and download that. And if you are struggling with your mindset,
I created a Master Your Mindset resource. You can access it on my website. She can leave a link below. It's marlenarjennings.com.
So we're here for you. And if you'd like to see more kind of interviews between the two of us, let us know, because I think we both
leave
really...
2 thumbs up for that.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
No, we do really both enjoy doing that. And I think there's no better way than to give back and kind of share some lessons learned that we've gone through, and maybe some fears that we've had or hesitation with things that we've gone through, but in the end have really come out to help us and shape us into where we are today.
And remember that if you are feeling doubtful or fearful on different things, that your mess is your message and you can change lives through it. So don't ever be ashamed of what you've been through.
Exactly. I love that. Okay. Well, thank you so much. We'll talk to you next week, and we love you guys. Have a great rest of your week and stay safe.